Well, last summer of 2024, one of the players that was on the list of very many teams because he was left with just 1 year on his contract was Joshua Kimmich. And surprisingly, he really never left the side of Bayern Munich. And Bayern thought that they could convince the player to obviously renew his contract to see to it that all goes on well as planned. Teams that had queued up to obviously get the signature of this guy in were one, Arsenal, Man City, Manchester United, Liverpool, Barcelona, PSG. Close to 6-7 teams were lining up for the signature of Joshua Kimmich. And guess what? Bayern never let him go, and they kept him around knowing that their captain will obviously make up his mind to obviously stay at the club. And it has obviously led to a collapse of the new contract talks. Welcome to the Football News Show, Rokani Media Football. It is last day for the month of February. If at all you know. February 2025 ends on the 28th. You all know that. And is it a leap year? I think that's a leap year, 28 days are really done for this month, and today marks the last day of February. Second month of 2025 done. We are powered by St. Maria Goretti SS Katende. Registration in progress for Senior 1s, Senior 2s, Senior 3s, and Senior 5s. Registration is as convenient as possible. You can register via the website. If at all you want to really see the website, to join the website easily, go into the description box. The link of the website is really gonna be there, and you'll see the admission link. All else, call them on +256 702 478 536. All call them on +256 702 564 109, and that is St. Maria Goretti SS Katende. That is it. And we are here to see to it that all really goes on well as planned. Now let's talk about Joshua Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich had obviously gone ahead to obviously reach an understanding with the side of Bayern Munich that he's obviously going to be staying. And obviously, he made 30 years in February this year. 8th February, that's when he clocked 30 years. And as we thought that Bayern was really going to lose this player on a free, Portugal came up and always told us that negotiations between Bayern and Joshua Kimmich are well advanced. The contract extension is expected to be finalized in the coming days. Kimmich could sign a new top contract until at least 2028. Final details still needed to be clarified. That's what Portugal went ahead obviously come and tell us. Tier 1 journalist reporting for Sky Germany in Germany. Now, that's what we got on the 23rd of February, that Joshua Kimmich and Bayern Munich talks of the new contract are really advanced. And guess what? Today, things have gone ahead to change. And we've been told by Christian Falk, who works for the Build, that Bayern have withdrawn their contract offer for Joshua Kimmich. Liverpool have reportedly had interest in signing Joshua Kimmich on a free this summer. This story came in yesterday, and now today, even Sky Germany has gone ahead and confirmed to us that Bayern have indeed withdrawn their contract offer to Joshua Kimmich because the player's decision has taken too long. Both parties can now reorient themselves. Nevertheless, a contract extension is not ruled out yet. So, Joshua Kimmich has taken long to obviously sign this contract. Why? After seeing all these scenarios, all these developments, there is something I've gotten to know. Joshua Kimmich has gone ahead to use the side of Bayern Munich as a bargaining bait. You get? Because very many teams need him. Barcelona, I know Arsenal still need him. Liverpool, Man City, you can talk of Real Madrid, PSG, they all need the player. And I think they had offers on the table, and I think when his agent is negotiating with them, there is a specific amount of money that they want as a sign-on fee and as a wage, because you are getting Joshua Kimmich in as a free agent, meaning that you have to discuss the sign-on fee for Joshua Kimmich, and after discussing the sign-on fee, you have to discuss what we call the weekly wage. And I tell you, if you look at his wage that is earning at Bayern Munich, it will tell you, or it will send you a message, that a team that is obviously willing to sign him as a free agent is willing to pay a lot of money. And we are being told that he earns £325,000 per week at Bayern Munich, meaning that if there is a team that wants to sign him, they should either maintain that salary or give him like £400,000 a week, because he's coming in through as a free agent. And I think after putting out that story that they're in advanced talks, I think these teams have obviously gone ahead, obviously coming through and said, please don't sign with Bayern Munich. And he's like, I'm going to sign with Bayern Munich. How much are you giving me to stop me from signing to Bayern Munich? You understand? So I think he has used them to negotiate his next step, because where he is right now, it's all about him making money. That is it. It's all about him making money. So that is Joshua Kimmich for you. And he is like, I'm taking my time. And Bayern are like, we don't have your time. We don't have that time. And he is really one of those players that is hugely needed. Now, Fabrizio Romano has also gone ahead to drop a hint about this, that Joshua Kimmich was an option for Real Madrid, but they never advanced on the deal or made any proposal. Real Madrid's target is Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's a priority there. So, meaning that teams that are in discussion to obviously sign him as a free agent, Barcelona, Man City, and for Man City, the manager that obviously gave him his debut, I think, was Pep Guardiola. Was it in 2013, 2014, right? Needs him, because he knows to it that he needs more experienced players, as there's going to be a huge exodus of experience from the side of Man City, as they are letting go Kevin De Bruyne. I think they are close to 4 players that have been listed that are really going to be leaving the side of Man City. So they want to bring in some little bit of quality into their team. But for Joshua Kimmich, he's like, I'm taking my time. And Bayern is like, we're not here to entertain your nonsense. And Bayern too had the same scenario with a player called Alphonso Davies. And through Alphonso Davies, they managed to convince him, because Madrid had knocked onto the door, and I think they managed to convince him to stay and see to it that he keeps around here. So that is Alphonso Davies for you. And now Joshua Kimmich is really another one. I think they're not willing to fight so much for Joshua Kimmich, because they know to it that he's 30, and Alphonso Davies, I think he's almost hitting his mid-20s, meaning that they have a lot of seasons in him than Joshua Kimmich. So we are waiting to see how that pans out. But Joshua Kimmich this season has gone ahead to play 23 games in the Bundesliga, 1 goal and 5 assists. That is Joshua Kimmich this season. Then in the UEFA Champions League, 10 games, he has 4 assists. DFB Pokal Cup, 3 matches, 0 goals, 0 assists. That is the guy for you, known as Joshua Kimmich. Meaning that for any team that really gets him, they would have gone ahead to get themselves a multi-dimensional player. He can play in the midfield, he can play as a right back, he can play as a left back, deadly at set pieces. And Arsenal fans should listen to this, because if Arsenal have taken very many games without scoring a set piece, yet last season they scored 20, and this season they went ahead to obviously win close to 4 to 5 consecutive games because of set pieces, then I think they should think about bringing in Joshua Kimmich at the club of Arsenal, because he will go in with those pinpoint crosses that all of those players will obviously enjoy, the likes of Williams Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes. So guys, I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below, as Joshua Kimmich contract talks collapse. They've collapsed, but there is room that these two will obviously get back on the table and discuss a deal. Rokani David is my name. Good morning, first video of the day, early morning video uploaded in here, and I'm gonna be returning with more and more videos. Bye bye.